All right, good morning. I'm headed back out to the shop, and I'm getting ready to, I'm going to sand down the body real quick, just a light sanding. It's been sitting a while, and I'd like to get it cleaned up. See if I can find any last little things before I spray some high build primer on it. So I guess less talking and more action. Let's get at it. Come on. You've been watching me sand for a long time now. Why not a little more? Can't find anything. There we go. Other side. Come on. All right, I see you made it. Let's get going. Always not where I need it. All right, I got it. You can either watch me sand up here, or you can watch my butt while I sand up there. I figure you probably prefer to watch me sand. Now you get both. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and blow all this off out the door and try and get it cleaned up and give it a really good look over, make sure there's nothing I need to do, make sure I don't get any, I can see a few spaces or places, where there looks like there may be a little bit of couple spots of rust. Maybe somebody or me came by and touched it with their hands or something and got something on there. There's a little bit of rust in a couple of spots. I'll fix that before we go any further. So let's get that. All right, we're gonna blow this thing off. Well, good morning. Back at it. It's a nice, cool morning. I like it. So let's look at what we're going to do today. Today, what I'm looking to try and do here is, let me turn you guys around, and I'm going to show you something Alvin over at Jameson Repair showed on one of his videos, and so I really liked it. So I went ahead and bought me the tool, and I'm going to go over all that here in a second. So let's just get you turned around. I'll show you what we're about to do. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'd like to get in here and get some of this old, and you can see it all around the car, all the old seam seal out, and so I can get some fresh seam seal in here. As you can see, it's, pulling up. It's not really doing its job anymore. It's not sealing. Well, at least most of it isn't. So there's lots of it. Anyway, let me show you what we're going to be doing here. So this tool here goes on your air saw, your body saw, and you can just run this and, you know, move it along, and it just, you know, I watched Jameson doing it, or Jameson Repair Shop, Alvin rather, and just knock that stuff right off. At least that's what I'm hoping. The only problem I'm having is mine will not fit in here because of these two sides here are wide. I need to cut it up to this point, but it needs to be as wide as the top section here. So I'm going to have to go in here and cut both sides of that down so it will fit all the way in here, and I can secure it and give this a try. So let me get that done, and I'll show you what I got when I'm done. All right, so I made the modification to the blade, but yeah, that didn't work. So let me show you. Come on, there we go. All right. So I trimmed it down. The problem I'm having is the metal is too thick to fit in this saw. It's just too thick. I can get it in my Sawzall here, but that's way too big and bulky, and I tried it, it doesn't work. It just beats the crap out of everything, and I don't really want that. So yeah, this didn't work out. You know, you may have a different saw than I do that it may fit in, just in case you have something that, you know, maybe works better than what I've got. There you go. You can see what I got. It's a nice little blade. I mean, you know, for what I was able to get to inside there to try it, it's nice and sharp, and yeah, it knocks the stuff off pretty darn quick, but not with that. So I may put this on a pair of vice grips and just, you know, work it through myself. We'll see. Let's go try. All right, so let me just show you what I got. The vice grips, I got it in there, and it's doing really good. Just getting around the window, getting the last bit of adhesive out, and it works fine. It's a good sharp blade, and it takes it right off. So yeah, it works good. So I'll set you guys down. I'm going to go ahead, work my way around the door frames. You know, there's this old sealant up in there. We just need to get it all off. There's old sealant all around where the window's got to be sealed in, and same with the back window. Just got to get in there and get as much of all that out of there and cleaned up as we can. So I'll set you down. We'll get in here and scrape and scrape and scrape. All right, here we go. All right, got the front windshield. All right. Now, let's work around this door and get all that old sealant and adhesive out of there. Okay, I mean, it's coming off pretty good. I don't have any real fights with it. I did get some, I talked to the guy that I bought this from, just to give you guys a little bit of history on this thing. He bought this car 40 years ago from a guy that said he had it brought to a one of the, you know, like a vocational school where they, you know, teaching kids to work on cars. And when he got it back, he said it didn't run right, it smoked real bad, and he just sold it to him, and you know, the guy that I bought it from, he sold it to him, and he said, you know, he just parked it, and it sat there for the last 40. There you go. You guys say hi to Pat. Yeah, so it sat there for the last 40 years. But when I tore this engine apart over here, I didn't really see a whole lot of, hey buddy, evidence in that engine that it had ever been rebuilt. And the amount of dirt caked up underneath that engine was the same as the transmission or anywhere else. That it takes years to get that kind of dirt caked up underneath an engine. It was easily an inch thick. Anyway, I just want to let you know, kind of give you a little bit of history on this bird. It sat for 40 years. So, and now you guys get to be a part of, restoring this thing with me. So breathe a little life back in the girl. I like it. And, I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys on the condition of the car. And I'm telling you, I have looked and looked and looked. And I don't know that I could find another one that needs to be restored that's in this kind of shape. There was really very little rust. It was mostly in the quarters. So, yeah, so, it's the sheet metal in this thing is all very solid, all the way around. All of my oh, look at that, maybe a little water must have got on here, and I'll get that. But yeah, it's everywhere I look on this thing, you just can't, the trunk was in amazing shape, really. I couldn't believe how good that trunk was. So the seals were clearly doing their job still. But the part of Colorado that this came from is desert. And so this thing basically sat for 40 years in the desert, and that's why it's in the shape it's in. So just thought I'd give you a little pass on that history to you guys. And I don't know if you ever really got a good, look in here, but everything is just, really, really clean. All right, back to scraping. I just thought I'd give you that little bit of history lesson on this thing. All right, guys, I've been able to get all that scraped off. Everything looks really good. I mean, I am not going to complain. All right, I'll skip the tour all the way around. You get it. All right, let's get a vacuum on this thing and get it cleaned up, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, guys, let me bring you in the trunk here real quick, let you see what fun I've been having. Just getting the big chunks and the loose sealant up real quick, just so I can get in and get some fresh stuff in here in the places where it was dried up real bad and coming up. The rest of it was down really good. I had a real hard time trying to get it, so if it didn't come up easy, it was really hard to get up. I just left it, but most of it came up, so. All right, guys, well, it certainly isn't all work and no play. So I get to play with fire a little bit. Burn off some of this pine straw, and just remember, you're going to light it off. Make sure it's burning into the wind. Last thing you want is this stuff building steam and getting hotter. But it's a nice cool day. We got a nice mist going. There's moisture, so plenty safe now. It's just been so dry I haven't been able to burn anything. So you can see I got Some of these spots cleared up all along here. I got around all those, and I like to do this once a year because then it burns all the garbage that wants to grow up around the pine trees. So yep, it's just one of those things I like to try to do once a year, get around all the trees and let you can see over here what I'm talking about. This, if you're not from here, you won't understand, but this right here, this scrub oak, this stuff, you can see it just wants to grow up around these trees. You don't keep it mowed. I gotta get that one yet, but you can look here, you can see around this tree, all that's growing up around it. So once a year, burn it off, and it keeps that from happening. And I like to burn. All right, well, let me finish up this obsession of mine, and I'll get back on the T-bird. All right, well, good morning. Just getting out to the shop this morning, and Pepper's here. It's a mess. So first thing is I'm getting ready to spray high build primer, onto the car, and I need to be able to push it into where I paint. So I'm gonna walk you through the shop real quick so you can see I've had several projects going on for some future videos. Me and my dad have been working on the electric motors, and the window mechanisms, getting all that straight. Some sandblasting going on for some of the final body parts that need to be cleaned up and ready to go. So there's just been a lot going on besides working on the Thunderbird body and all that. So let's take the tour, and you can see how messy it got. But I got to clean and organize so I can move the Thunderbird where I need it. All right, so yes, Pepper, I know. We all know you're there. We all know you're there. Yes, we do. Yes. Oh, there we go. All right, buddy. Yep. All right. You go explore. Yes, you will explore. All right. You can see I've got parts everywhere. Oh, yes. I got stuff everywhere. I'm running out of room in this shop. This Thunderbird just exploded when it got taken apart, and I've got stuff everywhere. Anyway, I've got to get in here. I've got to get this table all moved out of the way. I've got to get this workbench out of the way. You can see back here my bench area is got the engines out of the place because I got all the body parts back there. So, well, you are persistent today, buddy. Yeah. Okay. Boy, he is in a mood today. Anyway. All right, guys, let me get all this moved, and then we can get this Thunderbird over in the paint area so I can start getting some primer on it. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so I'm gonna do a little pre-cleaning before I put the high build primer on. So I'm just gonna wipe down the areas that I'm actually gonna put the high build on. Not every part of the car is gonna get high build, just the exterior panels and the parts you're gonna see. Let's do it. All right, guys, getting ready to mix up the high build primer. So super fill. So let's get it mixed and let's get it on. All right, let's get you down here where you can see. All right. All right, I'm going to switch to my my primer gun, which has the bigger nozzle. I want to say it's got a 1.8 nozzle on it. So this is my color and clear gun with a 1.3 nozzle, I think it is. Yep, just one of them days, right? All right, you guys ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. All right, let's do this. All right. We got another spray down, and now lots more sanding. Yes. Yeah, we'll let it sit, cure up, and then we're gonna start getting the sandpaper on it. But I think I am not gonna be able to get out here tomorrow to work on this. So we're gonna go ahead and call this a video right here. Before we do though, I'll give you the walk around real quick, all right? All right. Came out pretty good. I don't see any real major issues. There's a couple of little dings I found on the roof. But overall, looks like I caught most of it. You know, before I sprayed, so it looks good. You can see I got the roll pan back here sprayed up. That looks pretty good. I mean, there's a few things, but it's nothing major. Nothing I can't fix or live with. So, again, it's sprayed out really nice. The metal looks to be in pretty good shape. I said it looks like I missed very few things on this round, which is good because I missed a lot of things on them fenders and doors, but you know, you never know until you actually start sanding on this stuff. All right. Hey guys, taking a little break here just for a second. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about where I got my cars from, because I'd like to kind of turn you on to this guy. He's out in Colorado. I think it's Lamar or something like that, Colorado. He owns 85 acres-ish of basically classic cars. He's you name it, he's got it. Excellent guy to work with. He doesn't really advertise. He's got a website. It's called Wohler Auto Parts. So you can just do a search for Wohler, W-O-L-L-E-R, Auto Parts. You'll find him. He's a great guy to work with. He's very busy. He's having a hard time finding help like everybody is. And he owns several farms, and he owns a whole lot out there, and he's got this big parts business and classic car business. He has been in cars his entire life, and it's a passion of his. And if anything, he's just a great guy to talk to. So check him out. If you're looking for a car, if you're looking for parts for your classic car, just check this guy out. He's really is, you know, he is for the love of what he does. So give him a shout out. Go see what he's got, and I hope he can, you know, take care of you guys just like he took care of me. And you know, I'm actually going to be heading back with my son for a scout. My son's looking for a scout. We're gonna head out there and see if we can pick up one of his scouts he's got. So, anyway, I just wanted to give him a shout out. You know, you don't come across places like that take good care of you. They're honest. He tears all of his interiors out of his cars so that you can see what you're getting. You can see the metal and all the condition of all those things. And if you're serious about buying something he's got, he will go out and take detailed pictures and give you a good shakedown of what's, you know, up with that car. So you're just not going to find a better experience. So check him out, and I appreciate you guys, you know, listening in on that. So, all right, guys. So we're going to wrap this video up here, and we're going to leave it right where it's at. I'm not going to have time to get started on the sanding. I know you guys are disappointed. You really wanted to watch some more sanding, but you're going to have to wait till next week. Sorry, it's just how it is. Anyway, this is going to be it. we're gonna wrap it up here and call this a video. Mostly because I wasn't able to get on this, you know, the whole time that I was off. and it just took longer to get some of those areas in there cleaned up and all that I thought it would. But we got a lot done for the week, so it looks good. I like seeing it like that, you know, all one color like that. Looks good. Anyway, thank you for watching and suffering through this. But let's see, this is going to come out. I'm 50-50 right now whether I'm going to have a video coming out on Thanksgiving. I'll post and let you guys know so you guys know, but I'm not really sure just yet. Because I've got a couple other commitments that I have to do prior to Thanksgiving next week, and it's going to be hard for me to get out here more than one day. So it's going to be difficult for me to kind of put something together, but that's okay. Well, if we can't, we can't. We'll hit it the next week. No big deal. Anyways, like, subscribe, all those things. I'm rambling. Sorry. I will catch you on the next video. Bye.